You might think you have to be loud or outgoing to be charismatic to women, but that's a myth. Introverted guys have a quiet charisma that women love. You just need to unlock it, and today I'll show you how. I am dating coach and best-selling author Connell Barrett. I help introverted men attract their dream girls by being authentic. And in this video, I'm going to give you my charisma code, my 3-part formula that will make you magnetic to women and become charismatic. This formula will take you from feeling too shy to feeling truly attractive. And here it is. Here's the charisma code, the E=mc² of dating. Albert Einstein would approve. AE plus P plus PL equals charisma. What does that mean? Let's find out. AE stands for authentic expression, which is the foundation of real charisma. P stands for presence, the key to confidence. And PL stands for playfulness, which is the light, flirty vibe that women love. The charisma code lets anyone become charismatic in their own unique way, yes, even if you're a shy or introverted guy. So let me demonstrate by showing you how it helped me, an introverted nerd, attract the kind of woman who I used to think was out of my league. Let's take it piece by piece. Authentic expression, AE. So I once had a first date with Adriana, a bright, beautiful gallery owner. And we met at a karaoke bar. And I told myself, don't try to impress her, be genuine, be vulnerable. So early on I said, look, I suck at dating. I have a 1-octave range, but I'm gonna try my best. And I could see how my vulnerability appealed to her. I wasn't pretending I was better at singing than I am. Next, we have presence, P. I was in the moment with Adriana, which let my sense of humor come out naturally because I was actively, presently listening to her. At one point, she sang Faith by George Michael. And I said, hey, I know another George Michael song that you should sing. She said, I want your sex. And I misinterpreted that as a sexual come on. And I said, whoa, sex. Adriana, we just met. Let's take it slow. And she laughed and loved that joke. That present moment allowed my humor to come out. Next, playfulness, PL. I suggested a karaoke game that we would pick the songs the other one would sing, and we wouldn't know until the song was called what song we were going to sing. And this created a sense of fun suspense. Plus, it created some good flirty trash talking about who was picking better songs. And the moment that blew my mind was near the end of the date. She looks at me and said, you're very charismatic. You're just hot. And I almost looked behind me to see if she was talking to another guy. I had never had a woman call me charismatic and hot before, but I accepted the compliment and we had our first kiss and we started dating exclusively not long thereafter. That's the charisma code in action. AE plus P plus PL equals charisma. Now, you might think that charisma means being loud and brash, like The Rock walking into WrestleMania. But if being charismatic was all about being loud, then Guy Fieri would be the world's greatest pickup artist.
Isn't that wonderful?
Yeah! Oh my God, that's hot!
But charisma is in the eye of the beholder. Different women find different types of men charismatic. And when a woman likes your type and you use the charisma code, you become magnetic to her in her eyes. So that's right. You don't have to change yourself to be charismatic and attractive. You need to simply uncover how the charisma code can make you charismatic in your own authentic way. Okay, now let's break down the charisma code piece by piece. AE, authentic expression. Again, charisma is not about being loud and larger than life. It's about expressing your authentic self in a way that tells women, I know who this guy is and I like his type. Now, there are different styles of charisma, and it has nothing to do with being brash or being loud. Think playful, goofy Chris Pratt of Guardians of the Galaxy, or Pete Davidson. He has a vulnerable stoner charisma. And a lot of women go for Jeff Goldblum, the quirky, intellectual, weird, big brain charisma of Jeff Goldblum. There are different styles of charisma. And remember, there are 4 billion men in the world, but there's only one you. And if you try to do an impression of some other guy's charisma, then you're going to be a copy of a copy of a copy of a Xerox. But if you show that you are unique and you use the charisma code, you become one of a kind to women with a one of a kind charisma. So I want you to redefine charisma as you leaning into your uniqueness by expressing your true self. Because when you redefine charisma, you stop chasing it and you start to embody it. There's just something magnetic about a man who knows who he is and he expresses it in an unfiltered way. It could be Chris Rock on stage, or that candid voice at a work meeting that just calls bullshit, or you on a first date telling her that you are nervous to meet her and leaning into that instead of playing it cool or acting like James Bond swap. Authentic truth just grabs attention and sparks something inside of people. And when you're that guy who's igniting the spark in her, you become charismatic to her. So here's how to be authentically expressive on dates or when you meet women. Here's your new golden rule. Follow this. What I'm thinking and feeling is what I'm saying and doing. In other words, speak your thoughts, be an open book. Say what's genuinely on your mind as long as it's G-rated. Keep it classy. So if you were nervous to meet her and your heart was pounding before the date started, tell her that. Or if you find her bubbly personality sexy, tell her that. And use the word sexy. Own it. And if you want to see her again, don't play some bullshit game of waiting 2 days so that you don't come off as needy or thirsty. Ask her out for the second date before the first date ends. Tell your authentic truth to women. Basically, imagine that you're wearing Wonder Woman's rope of truth and just speak that truth. On my first date with my girlfriend Jess, I told her about my failed 9-week marriage and what an insecure idiot I was to settle with a woman I wasn't in love with. And that kind of vulnerability elevated me above all the other guys who Jess was talking to. So remember, here's your new golden rule of dating. What I'm thinking and feeling is what I'm saying and doing. Okay, authentic expression is a game changer, but it's not always enough on its own. You also need the next part of the charisma code, P, which is for presence. If you get stuck in your head around women, then here's why. You're so focused on, what do I say? Does she like me? That you exit the present moment and you enter the prison of your mind. You're too focused on what to say and how it's gonna go. Will you get a passing grade from this woman? Instead of just enjoying yourself with her. So loosen up. It's a date. It's not a quarterly performance review. Have you ever noticed that women you're not into become attracted to you, but the girls you want to date have no interest in you? It's so frustrating, right? It happened to me too. Here's why it happens. It happens because you're present with women who you don't want to date, which makes you more attractive to them. And you're overthinking and results obsessed with women you are attracted to, which only turns them off. So here is the fix. Give women a present, your presence. How do you do that? Align your body and your voice to project grounded confidence. When your voice and body are aligned, you pull yourself out of your head and you get into that present moment. This lets you connect with her while projecting charisma through your words and your physicality. So speak clearly and audibly. Say yes, not yeah. Don't mumble or trail off. Your voice should be grounded, confident, and resonant. Also stand or sit like you belong there. Take up some space. Shoulders back, body relaxed, let go. Basically, sit like a man who just paid off his student loans. For example, here's the wrong way to say and project this. I would love to see you again for another date. When are you free? Next week? Ew, that gave me chills just to do that. Here's the right way, with my voice and body aligned. Here we go. Hey, I would love to see you again for date 2. When are you free next week? That second one felt so much better, right? Because I'm confident and aligned in my voice and body. And the beautiful thing about aligning your body and your voice is that when you do it, that's when the words will flow from this newly present place. And you're never gonna run out of things to say. This is how I made Adriana laugh. The bottom line is the right things to say will come from here, not from up here. So get out of your head, get into your body and your voice. Okay, there's one more element that every woman is dying for you to give to her. You need PL, playfulness. Playfulness is the final piece of the puzzle that makes the charisma code work. So what is flirting? In one word, play. The dictionary defines flirting as playing at love. And the big mistake that you make when talking to women, it's being logical, analytical, technical. Now, this works great in your career, but women don't want logic, they want play. They want a light flirtiness. So you can be authentic and present, but without playfulness, it's kind of like a cake without frosting. It just doesn't taste as good to women. So here are 3 ways to be playful with women in dating and really make the charisma code work for you. Number 1, play games on dates. I don't mean be a game player. I mean literally play games, fun games, staring contests, thumb wrestling, 2 truths and a lie. Just like I played the karaoke song selection game with Adriana, and she loved that. Tip number 2, approach in a playful way. I was out at some bars recently in New York City with my client Matthew. So I do something here in New York called Wingman Weekend, where I go out with my client for the whole weekend and I help my guy approach beautiful women and get numbers and dates. So I had Matt do something. I had him approach 5 women this way. I had him walk up and say, knock, knock. That's right. He approached 5 women and he opened with a knock, knock joke. All 5 of these women smiled and said, who's there? So he got good responses from all 5 and he got phone numbers from 2 of the women. That's right. At least 2 of these 5 women found him very charismatic. So go try the knock knock approach opener. It's simple, it's playful, it'll work. And here's a texting tip for tip number 3. Yes, you can be charismatic by text. Here's a playful text that you can send the day after your next first date. Write her this. Hey, name. I just wanted you to know that you had a good time last night and you want to see me again. Winky emoji. That's cheeky, it's unexpected, it's confident, and yes, it's very charismatic. When you combine authentic expression, presence, and playfulness, you become magnetic to your type of women. That is the charisma code. You don't need to be somebody else to be charismatic. You just need to dial up being the real, authentic you. Give it a try. By the way, if you want personalized help mastering the charisma code, all you have to do is go to datingtransformation.com and you can book a free one-on-one consultation with me to find out how my personalized coaching works. So all you got to do is go to datingtransformation.com. We'll have a quick chat about your dating goals. And if we decide we want to work together, amazing. If not, I'll give you some charisma coaching to make sure you are out there showing women your most confident, authentic, and charismatic self. Go to datingtransformation.com and book a free call today if you would like to. Till next time.